If you've never made a cocktail with jam, it's about time you try, and maybe this is your starting point.
Welcome to Combat Cocktails. I am your host, Derrick Schommer. That's Ian Andrews. Hey, Ian, come over here for a second so we can talk about Bradley Chambers. You can go to patreon.com/CMC if you want to be one of the producers of the show, and that would be awesome.
Yeah.
We can use it. This is the first episode of the week, right? This is
the first episode of...
Awesome. So what you're going to notice is he's going to cut in a line for this recipe called Port of Call cocktail.
Yeah, submitted by...
It is submitted by Brendan Crosby from our viewer survey results.
Yes.
We only have like 4 left to do. One of them is fucking huge.
The coffee one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's
gonna be awesome. But I was looking at it going...
He killed 2 birds with 1 stone
really
this week. He was very proud of himself.
I got a cocktail submitted by somebody, requested by a different person. So I got 2.
Perfect.
Yes.
This recipe is an ounce of... it asks for Plymouth, but we don't have Plymouth because we're all out, so we're going to use Bombay Sapphire.
Lemon dry. Lemon dry.
An ounce of ruby port. We got this batch 88 starboard port.
This is starboard.
A half ounce of lemon juice, which we have 11. Half ounce of cinnamon simple syrup. We're using the BG Reynolds, available at awesomedrinks.com. Yep. And a bar spoon full of cranberry jam that Derrick made especially for this.
Just for this
recipe. He made that whole huge thing for
for a bar spoon.
For a bar spoon.
I've been using it on my toast and stuff though.
Oh, well, there you go.
I know.
As long as it has another purpose.
And it sounded interesting, so I wanted to make it. You can't really find cranberry jam everywhere. So first off, we'll start with this. Starboard is made by the folks that make Via Vermouth. They sent me these because I said, hey, I want to be able to do sangrias.
Pretty good.
I need some port. So they sent me this, and they said, and I was like, you didn't send me port. And they're like, we sent you starboard. I'm like, yeah. It's like, get it? I'm like, port, starboard. It's a play on the whole boat direction.
You're not a ship guy, are you?
I was so focused on the fact that it's in starboard, like it sounded like a cool, badass name.
And do you know the difference between port and starboard?
Yeah, one's left, one's right.
Do you know which one's left?
Yeah, port is left.
Okay. That was a good guess.
Ha! It was!
You know how I remember that?
Because if you learn how to drive a boat, that's important to know.
Right, Lucy?
I remember that port has 4 letters and so does left. And that's my mnemonic for remembering what side port is.
That's all you really need, though, is like one of those things to remember. Second thing, so this I made, and people are going to be like, how did you make your cranberry jam? So I went online, I Googled, I found some recipes that worked, that I thought were going to work. It's sweetened with strawberry, so it's a strawberry cranberry. The cranberry for tart, strawberry for strawberry, for sweet. Sugar for sweet, pectin to make it gel. So I boiled the cranberries, I boiled the strawberries and all that shit, made it into like a liquidy substance with the sugar. So basically, if you think of making a simple syrup where you boil the simple syrup, you do the same thing. Boom!
I know you want to try that.
Thank you, Taylor, for the $5 donation.
Yeah.
Oh, I do. Oh, you got your hand up high.
Yeah, well, high for me is different than high for you. Let's face it.
Yeah. That's true. Fuck you. Everybody's like, wow, he's so much taller than you. I'm like, yeah. Do you know you're short? Yeah, I know. Nothing is new here. Here's the difference.
We're growing big in Maine.
The difference is, I am short and there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm tall, there's nothing I can do about it.
And there are stupid people, and there's nothing they can do about it.
This is true.
But when Dan was here, it wasn't so noticeable.
No.
Yeah, I'm taller than Dan, too.
Yeah. Not that Dan's really short, it's just not as tall.
It's good, though, right?
It is definitely a dessert wine. Sweetie and porty.
Sweetie.
It's got a little bit of fortified, by the way, this
It's
top.
alive!
I was thinking it was going to be a little more stuck.
It's got a little dryness to sweet and dry.
So a bar spoonful, huh?
Yeah.
Is that like a bar spoon?
Get all the chunkies.
All the chunkies?
Hold on.
Chunkies.
Now I'm going to need to get us
The double strain.
a double strainer.
Yep. There's some chunkies in there.
Yeah, I heard it go plop.
Woo! Woo!
Chunkies go plop
I'm
plop.
going to reach over. I'm not touching your penis.
Later.
So, since this is the first episode of the week, what I thought I'd mention is all the stuff I was trying to mention at the beginning. So much to cover.
So much to cover.
We switched sides.
Yes. Let's start with the obvious, shall we?
The shadow cast is large. So I think, by me being in the scene, it will help. I like how you're kind of shaking up high. So, first, I understand how key fill work. I've been doing this for a little bit. People are like, no, this is how a key light. If you key, I'm like, I know how to key. And the thing is, he's big. And like, these are the things you have to learn where to stand. And everybody's like, oh, when you jump backwards, I'm figured it'd never be a problem. But guess what? I do a lot of moving. So I want to make sure that I have the key
active gentleman
at me. That way when I'm here, even though I'm somewhat foreshadowed, shadowed in the front.
I like your color.
I'm not that much. And I will still be kind of light. Ready? I'm going to take this and put it on your arm.
Yep, that's a good idea. That's where it belongs. Right on my arm.
Yep. How's that look? Alright, so the port of call has the jam and it has sweets, lots of sweet going on. The only dry is a little bit of the dry from the port and a little bit of dry.
The port's sweet though. The port's pretty sweet.
But the finish has a little bit of dry finish. So I'm wondering how it's going to play with the Bombay. And like I said, that's from the I think is it Quaddy's? Quaddy's winery. It's a California winery. They do the Via Vermouth that we've always used in the show, and we'll have other stuff that they'll be featured in later on when we start looking at sangrias and stuff, which should probably be in what, spring, summer.
That sounds like a good time to do that.
Yeah. If you go, you know what? While I've got the time,
Doug will
if
be
you
happy
guys,
that there's good port around now.
Yeah,
Remember we did the port flip, and
by the time Doug gets
the
here,
port we used.
that port's not going to last that long. My port's only going to give you what 6-8 months. If I keep in the refrigerator, the way I do it, it's going to be like 12.
Spring is.
Some people will say 6
Not
weeks.
long.
Yeah, not 8 months away.
But Doug is probably
No, but
far
Doug,
away.
I'm talking about. So what I'm trying to say is, if you have a sangria recipe that you enjoy here, you put this in your mouth while I talk.
Yeah,
that way
I
we can
can
do
do
two
that.
things at once. If you have a sangria recipe that you enjoy, let me know what it is. I think when we do sangria, we might need a couple different bottles of wine. But maybe we can try a different one or find one that looks good out of a bunch of sources. Otherwise, I'm just going to Google it. Doesn't smell like it. It smells like a...
Drink it so that Ian can.
It's so sweet, and yummy, and
Cinnamon.
wintry.
Oh, that is wintry.
Yeah.
This is a good time for
That's
this.
a great winter cocktail right there.
That's not what I intended.
No.
This was this was submitted
oddly timed.
by Brennan in what, fall?
September-ish, October-ish.
Oh, so it's
Yeah, in preparation, knowing there was going to be a queue if he was so...
People, I don't know if people really
foresightful.
understand how much of a queue we actually have.
we end up with a big queue.
I think they understand when you say this drink's from 2013.
Yeah, we have another one from 2013 coming up this week. The Mario Fireballs. This is really...
It's really good, huh?
It has a flavor though. That's not gin.
Cinnamon?
But the cinnamon, I get clove.
Yeah.
But there's no... Oh, hold on. These guys love to stuff cloves and stuff. Sugar.
That's what I heard.
Cinnamon chips. No, there's no clove in here.
Maybe...
Molasses, I can see.
From you don't have clove in your jam, you know that.
Vanilla beans, cinnamon oil. No. It could just
Maybe
be
it's a combination
a
of
combination
vanilla
of things
and
playing
cinnamon.
out.
Yeah. It is clovey, though.
But the cinnamon, holiday, clovey, the port, it could be the port play too, because the port has like a berry, sweet berry wine, fortified wine. It doesn't have a lot of fortified wine flavor.
It doesn't, no.
It's
got a little bit
balanced.
of dryness, though, but that probably
It's
comes
got
from
the
gin
the
just
gin
as
and
much as the port.
those two guys playing near the end. The gin the whole way through, and the port only at the end. The dryness. The start is sweet. It stays sweet kind of throughout. The end
really
is a
does.
little bit dry, but has cranberry. It has like a cranberry dry, but we're using a jam that has cranberry as a base.
And sugar.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's fucking a lot of sugar in that.
Jams do not come without sugar.
I'm very surprised that
Hey,
just happened.
stop hitting things.
I was surprised actually when we made it how much sugar actually goes into making the jam.
A lot, yeah. It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah, I was slightly scared. But you don't really use that much at any one time, so it's not.
Well, you don't.
Well, I mean, if you have a piece of
the
toast,
jar.
how much jam?
Not gonna
do you
lie, I
put
have done that.
on? Okay, question of
Not
the
a
day.
whole jar, but
But question of the day.
I've definitely spoon-fed myself some jam before.
What is your when you spread stuff on?
Why do they call it? You think they call it jam? You jam it down your mouth hole. It's good.
When you put jam, jelly, butter, and stuff on your toasts, it depends on the country. Some people might not do this, but some people might use jam over butter. When you're jamming something up, be that a muffin, bread-like substances, it's hard to stay generic for countries because I think just toast, wheat, white toast. When you put jam on your stuff, how much jam do you put? Do you just do a light coating like I typically do, or do you do like a 2-inch thick berry like Ian probably does? Put it on top, put another one on there, and make a
Mix it
sandwich.
up with some cream cheese.
Oh really?
Cream cheese and jam. Yeah.
But you put them, you put like one on a piece and put them
I'll
together.
spread the cream cheese on top of the jam.
Okay, but you don't
Open
mix them
faced.
together.
Go open faced.
Yeah, open face.
I'll
Open
mix them
face.
together if I'm not, in public.
Fucking really.
In public.
Dude, no, seriously, this is a good drink.
It really is. Hopefully there's enough for Jen later.
It's worth making strawberry jam for, or cranberry jam for that.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to make her one of these later.
Oh my god. Alright. Also, since it's the first episode, I want to cover this. Still look up my fucking timer.
You got a new coupon code, CMC16.
I do.
Yeah, save 15% off awesome drinks.
Yep.
Until February 5th.
Right, so you can get these.
You can get these.
You can get those.
You can get your shakers and trainers.
It's a CMC shaker. If you go to awesomenedrinks.com/CMC, you can see all the stuff that's labeled with Common Man cocktails.
Cool quality bar spoons, that kind of thing.
So now the 2015's over.
Yes.
I did my analytics against how much money I made on ad revenue. It comes out to about, and I posted this on Facebook. I like to be fairly transparent about how much money YouTubers don't really make. And this goes across a lot of
Considering
YouTubers.
how much content you put out there.
Right. So I do
how much?
5 to 7 episodes a week.
Yep. There's a lot of equipment involved, which you have a video out there explaining your equipment and your setup and
the whole behind the scenes action.
And that's been added to. So.
And 68,000. What's all of this? 68,000 subscribers. We made about $7,000. That's before taxes.
Right.
So 20%
From the YouTube
of that.
ad revenue?
Just ad revenue. That's all the stuff that pre-rolls in front of you for the whole year.
How many views is that? Do you know?
With Vinique and stuff like that, hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Because it's, Vinique
So
gets 20,000 every couple of weeks.
Yeah. Think about how many views that is.
And that's the one that gets me the most money.
Is, yeah.
Yeah. And all that, it's because most of the recipes, on average, make about 80 cents after about, 15 to 2,000 views.
Yeah.
You're probably looking at 80 cents, maybe $1.50, something like that. Depends on what the ads are. This year might be okay because of political campaign, so there'll be a lot of political ads they pay. But in general, the big hit videos, making of Warhead vodka, making of Skittle vodka, they're still big.
Yep.
Vinique videos, they're, you're looking at $10, $15 a month in just those videos.
Oh,
the rest aren't making anything. Yeah. So it's not every video. The point of the story is, for $7,000, what I posted on Facebook was that if with that money, homeless people would be paying me, like when they walk by, like that. So if you want to help the show and you want to actually contribute, at this point, after seeing these numbers, if you have ad block, I don't fucking care. Like, just go to patreon.com/CMC or everydaydrinkers.com/donate. And if you want to slap 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, $1, I don't fucking care. Like, if you gave me $1, if you donate $1, or you do a Patreon subscription for $1 a month, you're paying me more than 2 of my videos for 3 to 6 months. Like,
which is
in
crazy
ad
to
revenue.
think about, right?
Yeah, it's that low.
Or you can stay tuned for something new and coming.
Oh, and you'll hear plenty about that because I will promote the shit out of what we're doing next in another series of videos to go aligned with Common Man cocktails. But
yeah, not to replace.
Not to replace. Everything stays the same here. Just additional content, but higher production value. That's what you call it, and not the same release schedule. And that, my friends, think about what we do. Now take it and say, well, what about somebody with 1 million viewers? They're still really not making that much money. No. It's all about sponsors. So if you see us, and this is a rant that I've heard a lot of YouTubers say, like you're selling out because you're spending, you're pitching product. If these guys over here, if the Quaddy people wants to send us money to sponsor a show, there's a reason why people like me have to take these sponsors. Besides the fact that they're really nice people, like I've gone out to drinks with these guys, and that's when they're in Boston. So I tend to like a lot more of our sponsors as humans.
They tend to be cool people. Like the Liver Company guys are really
folks,
cool.
right?
The Bitter Cube guys
So,
is pretty.
Yeah, Bitter Cube. If I could get these guys in town, I want them on the show. And if they could pay me to be there, dude,
even better.
That's even better because I need to make money. I can't make $7,000 a year is not money.
You can't live off that.
You can't even pay for the hardware. No. So that's my rant. I should have gone on the
step on your soapbox.
Fuck that. The other thing to stay tuned for is I keep every soapbox. I cut that part of the video, or I re-render it out into a folder, and I'm making an episode of like a whole batches of soapbox, just me over and over. So you can, if you miss one, you'll see them later. It's gonna be awesome!
I can't wait.
Yeah, can't.
We're done.
Like us on Facebook.com/CocktailTV.
Yep. And since I've already pitched a shitload about how you should send me money, I don't even need to cover the rest of it. Nope. We're done. We're teaching you how to drink.
But you know what though?
My throat virginity.
You feel all clean, like you can go like talk to
like
chicks now, like.
Dude,
yeah, you do.
This is how you start the night, because then you can walk up to any woman. You've got your bravery juice. You've got the good smelling breath.